अपने बुंदेलखंड मैया बड़े बड़े हो गए दुनिया, अपने बुंदेलखंड मैया बड़े बड़े हो गए।
The historic city of Orchha, ready to script its own piece of electoral history. Election Dispatch, tracing this political narrative from the Chambal region to Bundelkhand to Maha Kosal. The Maha Kosal region, with all its 47 assembly seats spread over 8 districts. By the banks of the river Narmada, we enter the Maha Kosal region with its mammoth 47 assembly seats. Until 2013, this was the area of influence of the Bharatiya Janata Party. However, in 2018, the Congress wrested it away from the BJP. As Kamal Nath comes from this very region, his bastion of Chhindwara is in Maha Kosal. But this time around, two sitting union cabinet ministers, Prahlad Patel and Phaggan Khulaste, have cleared the political pitch. They have been fielded on a Vidhan Sabha ticket from here. Khulaste from Nevas and Prahlad Patel from Narsinghpur. Will this square the political pitch? How much will it impact Kamal Nath? Time will tell. Will the Kamal bloom, or will the Kamal for the Congress bloom here? कितनी सीटें हैं पूरे महाकौशल में?
महाकौशल में 38 सीटें हैं।
38 हैं। और जो 2018 में कांग्रेस को बढ़त मिली थी, इस बार क्या लग रहा है, कौन आगे लग रहा है आपको?
इस बार बहुत हर सीट पर चुनाव फंसा हुआ है।
हर सीट पे चुनाव फंसा है।
कांटे की टक्कर है। ये अपन जबलपुर में बात करें तो सांसद जो है उनका भी चुनाव फंसा है, जो वित्त मंत्री से है। छिंदवाड़ा तो खैर उनका गढ़ रहा है, लेकिन यहाँ के जो केंद्रीय मंत्री प्रहलाद पटेल हैं, वो कहीं न कहीं छिंदवाड़ा और पूरे महाकौशल में, क्योंकि ओबीसी के नेता के नाम से उनको यहाँ पे लॉन्च किया है और वो हर जगह जाकर कैंपेन कर रहे हैं। तो इसका आने वाला समय में क्या प्रभाव पड़ेगा, ये तो आने वाला वक्त बताएगा। लेकिन वो छिंदवाड़ा में ज्यादातर कमलनाथ जी को, क्योंकि वो कमलनाथ जी से भी एक लोकसभा चुनाव लड़ चुके हैं, तो वहाँ भी उनने काफी उनको टक्कर दी थी, तो इसलिए
हार गए।
हाँ, लेकिन हार गए थे।
यहाँ पर 2 कैबिनेट मिनिस्टर लड़ रहे हैं महाकौशल में, कुलस्ते जी और प्रहलाद पटेल जी। कुलस्ते जी ट्राइबल हैं, यहाँ पर ट्राइबल वोट भी बहुत है।
बिल्कुल, ट्राइबल वोट बहुत है, अपने नरसिंहपुर जिले में भी बहुत है, और उस वहाँ तो फिर है ही। और ओबीसी के लिए ये जो नरसिंहपुर विधानसभा है, यहाँ पर लोधी समाज का वर्चस्व, लोधी
ओबीसी भी बहुत है।
ओबीसी भी बहुत है। तो कुल मिला के इसी हिसाब से कांग्रेस हो या बीजेपी, यहाँ से दोनों कैंडिडेट लोधी समाज से, ओबीसी से उतारे गए हैं। तो प्रहलाद पटेल जी का एक्चुअली में उनके जो छोटे भाई हैं जालम सिंह पटेल, वो यहाँ से वर्तमान में विधायक हैं, तो उनकी पूरी तैयारी है। उनका चुनाव लड़ने का भी था, तो गाँव में उनने तैयारी करके रखी थी, और अचानक प्रहलाद पटेल जी को पार्टी ने टिकट दे दिया। तो क्योंकि ये जालम सिंह की जो तैयारी थी, उनका फायदा उनको मिल रहा है,
उनके भाई का फायदा उनको मिल रहा है। तो आप कहते हैं कांटे की टक्कर है इस बार?
हाँ, कांटे की टक्कर है, लेकिन जो पहले होता था कि एक तरफ एक लहर है, एक तरफ चुनाव है, तो ऐसा कहा नहीं जा सकता किसी भी सीट पे।
कुछ ऐसा है नहीं,
ऐसा है।
अंडर करंट है।
अंडर करंट है। बीजेपी की जो योजनाएं हैं वो उनका अंडर करंट है, क्योंकि लाडली बहना हो या और भी जो लोगों को पीएम आवास मिले हैं, या और भी जो राशन फ्री मिल रहा है, तो इसका कहीं ना कहीं बीजेपी को लाभ होगा। तो जहां तक कांग्रेस की बात है, तो 101 वचन पत्र इन्होंने निकाला है, तो वो धीरे धीरे पब्लिश हो रहा है, पब्लिक में जा रहा है। तो वो कितना प्रभाव पड़ेगा, कितना असर करता, क्योंकि पिछला जो चुनाव था, पिछले चुनाव में जो किसान के कर्ज की माफ हुई थी, 2 लाख रुपए का कर्ज माफ होगा, तो उसमें कहीं ना कहीं कांग्रेस को बढ़त मिल गई थी। तो इस बार ये वचन पत्र कितना कारगर होता है और कितना लोगों को फायदा पहुंचाता है, ये तो आने वाला समय पता चलेगा।
क्या लगता है जी, इस बार महाकौशल में क्या होगा?
इस बार महाकौशल में भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार बनेगी।
आपको भी यही लगता है?
नहीं।
क्यों?
कुछ किए नहीं।
कुछ नहीं किए हैं। यहाँ से प्रहलाद पटेल खड़े हो रहे हैं नरसिंहपुर में,
आए नहीं है कभी,
नहीं आए हैं। उनका जो उनके जो भाई हैं वो पहले ही हैं यहाँ पर
है, वो तो आए हैं, बोले महीने में एक बार मिलेंगे हम। जीतने के बाद कितना मिलेंगे? महीने में एक बार। कार्यकर्ता से मिल लेंगे, पब्लिक से ही मिल लेंगे एक ही महीने में।
तो आपको नहीं लगता?
नहीं लगता है, पब्लिक उसको नहीं कर रही।
आपको क्या लगता है?
महाकौशल की सारी सीटें भारतीय जनता पार्टी जीतेगी और मध्य प्रदेश में 150 प्लस सीटें गेन करके मध्य प्रदेश में प्रचंड बहुमत से भाजपा की सरकार आएगी। हर वर्ग के लिए पार्टी ने काम किया है, गरीब के लिए काम किया, किसान के लिए काम किया, मजदूर के लिए काम किया है।
तो बीजेपी सरकार बनाएगा आपके हिसाब से?
बिल्कुल बनाएगा।
सहमत है इनसे?
नहीं, बिल्कुल नहीं है।
क्यों सहमत है?
इनसे पूछिए कि ये बरमान हमारी बड़ी बरमान है। आज तक 18-20 साल से इनके विधायक हैं, इनने क्या किया? इनकी सरकार है, शिक्षा, स्वास्थ्य, रोजगार, किसी भी क्षेत्र में कुछ नहीं किया। हमारे यहाँ 12वीं का हायर सेकेंडरी स्कूल नहीं है। हमारे यहाँ के बच्चे बच्चियां 15 बार मुख्यमंत्री आके घोषणा कर गए हैं। ये इतने तमाम नेता बैठे हैं, इनसे पूछना चाहिए कि हमारे यहाँ 12वीं का स्कूल क्यों नहीं है? हमारे बच्चे बाहर क्यों जाते? बरमान जैसा बड़ा सेंटर, स्वास्थ्य में PSC है। वर्तमान में जो जिला पंचायत उपाध्यक्ष जी बैठे हैं, इनकी पत्नी जी उसकी अध्यक्ष है। वहां पर एक डॉक्टर की नियुक्ति नहीं करवा पा रहे। जो आता है केवल दिन में, हफ्ते में 2 दिन 3 दिन आता है। रात में अगर कोई मिल जाए तो मिलता नहीं है। स्वास्थ्य हो गया, रोजगार के नाम पर इन्होंने कुछ नहीं किया। केवल जुआ सट्टा रेता उठाना वही किया है, वही सिखाया।
कोई काम नहीं किया, मानते हैं?
काम नहीं।
बिल्कुल, इस बात से हम पूर्णतः सहमत हैं, निश्चित रूप से। और मैं ये पूर्ण स्पष्ट कह रहा हूँ नर्मदा के इस पवित्र पावन तट पे कि इस बार कांग्रेस की सरकार 150 नहीं 160 प्लस से कांग्रेस की सरकार बन रही है और कमलनाथ जी मुख्यमंत्री बन रहे हैं। इस बात का मैं दावा करता हूँ।
सही है।
2003 के पहले बरमान देखिए और 2003 के बाद जब भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार बनी है, हमने देखा है कि अभी आप पुल देखेंगे, ये घाट देखेंगे, वहाँ तपोभूमि देखेंगे, ये दीपेश्वर निर्माण देखेंगे,
भारतीय जनता पार्टी,
ये सब सुंदरलाल पटवा के समय में यहाँ के राज्यसभा के सांसद कैलाश जी सोनी थे, उनने ये राशि लाए थे। और मैडम ये राशि भी अभी भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार में लगी है।
किसकी सरकार बनेगी?
भाजपा की सरकार बनेगी। अकल्पनीय स्थिति में भाजपा ने जो काम किया उसको झुटलाया नहीं जा सकता है। ये 11 करोड़ का पुल है मैडम। ये जो पुल है दोनों तटों को जोड़ने वाला, दोनों विधानसभाओं को जोड़ने वाला, 11 करोड़ का पुल है। आपके पास 7 करोड़ की भी रोड है। वाटर ट्रीटमेंट प्लांट 88 लाख का वो काम चल रहा है उसका। रेन बसेरा 50 लाख का है। 4 सुलभ शौचालय, 6
छुपके रैन बसेरा बनाया इनने।
आ रही हूँ।
ये कोई विषय नहीं है कि छुपके बनाओ, नीले के कहाँ बनाओ। भाई एक सीमित स्थान है, शासकीय भूमि होगी, वहाँ उपलब्ध कराया जाएगा।
तो काम कराया है, अब कह रहे हैं, और काम बोलेगा।
अकल्पनीय स्थिति में काम कराया है।
बताएं क्या लगता है? वो सही कह रहे हैं कि काम तो हुआ है?
काम कुछ नहीं हुआ। 18 वर्षों से जालम सिंह जी विधायक हैं हमारे यहाँ के क्षेत्र में। अगर आप बरमान में 5 उपलब्धियां बता दें तो नहीं है, जिले में 5 उपलब्धि थी। अभी हम लोगों ने मेडिकल कॉलेज की मांग की, वो नहीं दिया है। अब प्रहलाद पटेल जी आए हैं, कहते हैं कि हम महीने में एक बार आएंगे और साल में 12 दिन और 5 साल में 60 दिन हम ऐसे प्रतिनिधि को चुनेंगे। आज ये बताइए, हम शिवराज सिंह से थोड़ी मांग करें, हमारे प्रतिनिधि जालम सिंह, हम जालम सिंह से मांग करेंगे आप मेडिकल कॉलेज उनसे मांग के लाए और हमें बरमान में ला के दें। लेकिन कुछ नहीं, सुविधा के नाम पे सिर्फ जुआ सट्टा। और भाजपा के नेताओं का विकास हुआ है, आप जाके देख लें और पूरे भाजपा एक एक व्यक्ति से पूछ लें, भाजपा के नेताओं का विकास बदलना पड़ता है।
भाजपा के नेता का विकास हुआ है, सही बात है।
मैं तो ऐसा नहीं मानता।
क्या मानते हैं?
जो भी सत्ता में रहते कुछ न कुछ उनके सिस्टम बनते हैं, बनते भी रहना चाहिए, है ना। तो उनका विकास हुआ है, पर उसके साथ
तो आप मान रहे हैं सिस्टम है, तो मान रहे हैं सिस्टम बन गया है।
देखिए मैडम, मैं कांग्रेस के मित्रों से पूछना चाहता हूं, आप हमें ये बताइए 1993 से 2003 के बीच में माननीय दिग्विजय सिंह जी की सरकार मध्य प्रदेश में थी। 15 मैं कांग्रेस में था, मैं आपको बता रहा हूँ, मैं कांग्रेस में था। लेकिन आपके ही कर्मों ने, कुकर्मों ने हमें भाजपा में भेजने के लिए मजबूर किया है। आपके इतने अच्छे कुकर्म है, आपके इतने अच्छे।
भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने चाहे शिक्षा के क्षेत्र हो, चाहे सड़क के क्षेत्र हो, चाहे बिजली के क्षेत्र में हो, चाहे कर्मचारियों के हित में हो और किसान के हित में हो, भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने जो विकास किया है वो कांग्रेस पार्टी ने नहीं किया है। और ये सारा जो देख रहे हैं ये सब भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने जो पुल बनवाया।
विकास आया है,
हाँ,
ये बोलना
विकास।
चाह रहे थे, बोल दिए। चलिए
मैडम, एक
आप
मिनट।
बताएं क्या कह रहे थे, आप बोलिए।
मैं बोल रहा हूँ
पीछे से बोल, नहीं इसको छोड़ दिए।
15 महीने के विकास की बात ये लोग कर रहे हैं, भाई लोग बैठे हैं जहाँ जगह पे बैठे हैं, ये 15 महीने का ही विकास है। आप पूरा दिखवा ले अच्छे से।
बहुत शुक्रिया कि आप हमसे जुड़े। थैंक यू।
भारतीय जनता पार्टी जिंदाबाद, भारतीय जनता पार्टी जिंदाबाद, भारतीय जनता पार्टी।
This region dominated by tribals, followed by upper castes and pockets of OBCs. This time, it has 2 union cabinet ministers in the fray from here, from the BJP, a party that has pulled out all the stops. 7 sitting MPs, 3 of them cabinet ministers, and 1 national general secretary. Not just the full bench strength in the fray, but also a slew of schemes, yojanas, SOPs, freebies, or ravery, whatever you might want to call it.
18 साल में मध्य प्रदेश बदल गया है। कांग्रेस की जब सरकार 2003 तक थी तो मध्य प्रदेश में टूटी फूटी गड्ढों में सड़क में गड्ढे ऐसी 60,000 किलोमीटर सड़कें थी। आज शानदार 5 लाख किलोमीटर शानदार सड़कों का जाल मध्य प्रदेश के अंदर है। शिक्षा की दृष्टि से देखें तो सीएम राइज स्कूल, मेडिकल कॉलेजेज, ITI, इंजीनियरिंग कॉलेजेज, अलग अलग एजुकेशन इंस्टीट्यूशंस हमारे बने हैं। निवेश मध्य प्रदेश में लगातार आ रहा है। शहरी और ग्रामीण क्षेत्रों में जबरदस्त विकास हुआ है। घर घर पीने का पानी पहुंच रहा है। तो महिला सशक्तिकरण का एक नया अध्याय मध्य प्रदेश में रचा गया है।
As we go deeper into Maha Kosal to Kamal Nath territory, the bastion of Chhindwara, we carry with us what Kamal Nath's nemesis in 2020, who brought his government down by taking 22 MLAs and walking into the BJP camp, told us just a day before in Gwalior.
I am 100% certain, and you please write this down today. 17th of November is voting, 3rd of December is the results. Not 100%, but 300%. Majority of the BJP in Madhya Pradesh.
You've told me to write it down. I'm going to...
Please do. Please do.
Majority of the Bharatiya Janata Party in Madhya Pradesh.
That's right.
This is Chhindwara, dyed in wool in allegiance to Kamal Nath, the Madhya Pradesh Congress president and the candidate from this constituency, his own pocket borough.
लज़्ज़त इश्क़ कमलनाथ दिल में बसाए रखना, ये अनमोल खजाना है लुटेरों से बचाए रखना। कोई गद्दार न छूले कहीं अजमत इसकी, इस पंजे को सदा ऊंचे उठाए रखना।
कमलनाथ जी हमारे आदर्श नेता। कमलनाथ जी ने पूरे 40 सालों में 500 किलोमीटर का नेशनल हाईवे दिया है, 57 किलोमीटर का भोपाल और इंदौर के बाद सबसे बड़ा 57 किलोमीटर का रेल रोड दिया है। और आर्थिक गतिविधियां यहाँ कमलनाथ जी के कारण यहाँ हुई है। और भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने यहाँ कुछ भी नहीं किया है, केवल कमलनाथ जी के सामने अपना नाम कमाना चाहते हैं।
कमलनाथ जी को जिताएंगे छिंदवाड़ा के लोग। कमलनाथ जी में एक इच्छा है छिंदवाड़ा के लोगों के लिए कुछ करने की, और वो निरंतर करते हुए आ रहे हैं। रोजगार देने के मामले में सरकार के समकक्ष रोजगार देने का काम कमलनाथ जी कर रहे हैं।
सारा मध्य प्रदेश एक तरफ और छिंदवाड़ा एक तरफ। हमें विधायक नहीं चाहिए, हमें सीएम चाहिए।
जिस दिन से कमलनाथ जी मुख्यमंत्री प्रोजेक्ट हुआ है, छिंदवाड़ा का एक एक व्यक्ति अपने आप को मुख्यमंत्री समझ चुका है। और एक उत्साह का दिन उस दिन रहेगा जिस दिन कमलनाथ जी मुख्यमंत्री के शपथ भोपाल में लेंगे वल्लभ भवन में।
Mr. Kamal Nath, are you confident? How's the campaign going? Is the final leg?
Well, it's going well. I was in Saver this morning. I've come here to Chhindwara for a couple of hours. Tomorrow I'm visiting several districts. So it's going all right.
It's going all right, but Mr. Nath, we're just coming in the morning. I had an interview with Mr. Scindia, and he's given it to me in writing. He says he's going to get full majority. What do you make of that?
Well, he will give anything in writing. It's up to him what his judgment is. In the end, the people of the state know what's happening. And I have full confidence that the voters of Madhya Pradesh are going to vote for the truth.
Mr. Nath, over the course of the last 1 month earlier, it seemed at least the pre-poll surveys were giving you a clear edge, not just an edge, but the numbers were completely on this side. At least pre-poll surveys now suggest it's neck and neck. Do you believe those?
I don't believe in any survey. Whether we are well ahead or well behind, I don't look at any survey. I look at the people of Madhya Pradesh, I look at the voltage, I look at the truth, and that's what it is.
Do you see, Mr. Nath, that maybe schemes like Ladli Behna Yojana could be detrimental to the Congress's prospects?
I believe that all the women understand that for 18 years you didn't remember them. 5 months before the election you start doing this. And what percentage of the women have got it? How many people have got the gas cylinders they promised? What is the percentage? Few people have got it. I ask publicly, have you got the gas cylinder? No, we've not got it. So all these fake things is...
But the money is coming, sir. The money is coming into their...
It's coming. It's coming. So you think the women don't understand that why they are doing it?
Last two questions, sir. Is all well within the Congress MP unit? Because there were words of infighting. Is everything under control?
Infighting? Where is the infighting? Everybody is working together.
Your manifesto, what you've promised, do you think people are going to get in, buy into that?
Well, last time we had promised, we started. I had 11.5 months because 2.5 months went in the Lok Sabha election.
How important is this election for you, Mr. Nath?
All elections are important. It's not for me.
Is this one of your biggest fights? How do you gauge it?
I look at every election as a contest, and I believe most of all in the people of Madhya Pradesh. They will ensure their future.
Just can I ask you one final question before I let you go, sir? Things haven't been made easier for you by your India alliance partners. You've heard what Mr. Nitish Kumar said today, what Stalin said earlier. Will that impact at all?
This contest is between the BJP and the Congress.
Well, I wish you well, sir.
Thank you.
As the BJP and the Congress fight a pitched battle in the state, in Chhindwara, loyalties are made clear quickly. Riding on the back of the much talked about Chhindwara development model ushered in by what many here deem by Kamal Nath. Well, when you wind down a day on the election trail, it's always informative and fun to sit down with the youth or the young minds of that city or that state and try and catch up exactly what's going on their mind on a cup of coffee or tea. What's your name? Athar, you've been in Chhindwara for how long?
Since my birth.
You've been in Chhindwara?
Yeah.
And how do you see the politics of Chhindwara?
The politics of Chhindwara, I would say it is quite dominant politics. Since my birth or even before that, from 20 years, we are seeing Kamal Nath ji as our own leader. We believe him, we have faith in him, and he is working relentlessly for our growth. As you can see, there is medical college there, the roads, everything. And not about this infrastructure, but I would say about personal infrastructure which he has built over years. Be it BJP person or a Congress person, he is impartial to render help. Be it a heart attack person or any other thing. He is the one who is always there.
But you do know that's been a grouse of all, not just BJP but other Congress leaders in Madhya Pradesh as well, that he was partial to Chhindwara.
Yeah, that is the case. He was partial to Chhindwara. You can say that. But I don't think so. Because he hasn't got that much of time to show whether he was partial or not.
Okay. What do you see him coming back, or what's going on in your mind when you're going to be looking to vote for him?
Yeah, while looking at the current scenario, surely he's coming back.
You think so?
Yeah, we believe so.
You believe so? Why?
We believe so. Because there is vision. Also, from the BJP side, there is anti-incumbency. So yes, from the ground.
Why do you, you like Kamal Nath because he's got you development in Chhindwara?
No, because he's a good leader basically.
So you don't look at the party, you look at the leader.
Yeah, we look at the leader, right?
Modi ji is also on the ticket.
Very good leader. Nitin Gadkari is also very good leader. It's not about the party or it's not about Congress versus BJP.
Tell me something so you're saying Kamal Nath for MP?
Yeah, for MP.
Who for India?
Modi, definitely.
Modi for India?
Yeah, Modi for India.
But Kamal Nath for MP?
But Kamal Nath ji for this MP election.
For MP election.
Regional politics is different, national politics is different. We can't mix both the things.
So it's not Congress, it's Kamal Nath?
I would say it is Kamal Nath because he is the lone warrior who is fighting the battle.
Okay.
And in BJP, you are seeing there are multiple or plethora of players working on their arenas. But here you are seeing only Kamal Nath, who is working relentlessly across MP, despite losing several key leaders, be it defection or be it misusing defection, which the government did.
For MP?
Yeah, for MP.
Where even a BJP voter pledging support to Modi at the centre sides with the Congress veteran in Chhindwara.
When we see Chhindwara, so Kamal Nath is actually above the party.
Above the party? You don't view Kamal Nath as Congress?
No. In Chhindwara, general public, name of the Kamal Nath is enough because he has done so much for the Chhindwara, and I have been outside for so many times. So when I tell I am from Chhindwara, people say, "Oh, you are from the Kamal Nath constituency." We know that Kamal Nath is best for Chhindwara, but we also are confused that BJP always says that there is a double engine sarkar philosophy. So everybody knows that Modi is so popular that he will be coming into power in 24. Central.
You already know it.
probability wise. Okay. Because we are seeing what is happening with the opposition alliance. Okay. So the thing is that, and
so you are confused whether to vote BJP because there's a double engine or to vote Mr. Kamal Nath because he's above the party and you think he's done a lot.
Yes, because we can say if Kamal Nath wins, Kamal Nath can win in Chhindwara, but for overall MP, we don't know what his acceptance for overall MP. Because other leaders in Congress also may be not accepting the Kamal Nath as the Chief Minister.
So you want Kamal Nath for Chhindwara?
Yes.
On a national level?
BJP.
You want BJP at a national level? Why?
There is so much change after 2014 in India's growth, and perception of the world about the India has changed. We also feel that.
Whenever I see as a perspective to vote, first of all, the thing which comes in my mind is mainly is women empowerment, like what is done for women, and second is education, and third is employment.
You think BJP is doing more for women?
Yeah, I think.
Tell me something, do you know what the Ladli Behna Yojana is?
I think BJP has claimed that it will increase the allowance more. Yeah. I think it's maybe 1,500 or...
You think that's a good move?
I think it's a good move, but it is not sufficient.
Should be more.
No, not allowances.
We
need facilities.
In Madhya Pradesh, see at national level we see maternal mortality, it's 91 or 93.
Right.
But in Madhya Pradesh it's 173. So that's something that we need to talk about. So we do not need to limit because like sir mentioned about double engine growth. Even in Karnataka, BJP used that double engine growth model, but it didn't work there because Congress focused on the local issues and the BJP focused on the overall dynamic. So in Madhya Pradesh also, we want to see the change because it's been
change.
Yeah.
That's what you're looking
yes.
at. On a national level, what is the politics for you? Do you also believe in Modi ji, or do you think Congress should also come and come at the center?
See, there is no as powerful or as charismatic leader as compared to Modi in the opposition. So that one factor, the charisma, the marketing is driving the entire politics.
I understand marketing might be driving, but what is driving it for you? Do you believe in
yes,
that?
Yes, I do believe in because the politics and the economy wise, if I see, our nation has grown so much in leaps and bounds. So I would like to give them another chance in 2024 elections.
You would want to?
Yes.
So Kamal Nath at the state, but it is definitely Mr. Modi who will be voted back at least by this lot in 2024. Interesting dynamics. The glare of an election can be unforgiving. Kamal Nath in Chhindwara has been near invincible. He is 76 years old. His 2018 mandate, stolen from him in 2020, is not forgotten. It's a fight of his life. Will the metalled roads he laid in Chhindwara pave the way to the power seat of Bhopal again. The gods, they haven't spoken yet.
You are watching India Today, powered by Finest, Be Sustainable Change, a BNP Group company.
Get ready for an immersive journey into the heart of news, politics, and insights that matter. Join India Today now on WhatsApp with the #1 election team as we gear up for the upcoming assembly elections. Do scan the QR code.
Join India Today now on WhatsApp. Follow these steps. Open WhatsApp on your phone. Check for a new updates tab. Select Find Channel and type India Today. After finding the channel, tap the Follow button.
Why is it so personal for you, this battle? I see you are one of the fiercest opponents of KCR in a state where everybody seems co-opted in some way or the other. Why is this so personal for you?
It is not personal. बहुत ज़्यादा उम्मीद से बहुत ज़्यादा 1200 लोग शहीद होकर हम तेलंगाना हासिल किए। हर दूसरे प्रदेश के जैसे उत्तर प्रदेश, मध्य प्रदेश या राजस्थान जैसे हमारा स्टेट नहीं बने। हमारा स्टेट बने 1200 लोग शहीद होकर हम हासिल किए।
So what do you think he's done wrong? Where did the Telangana vision that you had together not come together?
जो यहाँ के योद्धा के कुर्बानी जो है वो टेक इट ग्रांटेड पे ले लिए। ये समझ रहा है ये सक्सेस उनके परिवार के। अरे भाई, उनके परिवार ने किया बतकम्मा के लिए या बोनालू के लिए या नहीं तो सकल जन सम्मेलन में एक भाषण दिए, इतना ही किए उनके परिवार ने। रास्ता रोक किए, बंद में पार्टिसिपेट किए। जान तोड़ी दिए, जान हम दिए, कैसा हम उठाए, जेल को हम गए, कुर्बानी हम दिए। हमारे कुर्बानियों के ऊपर इनका लाइफ इतना फ्लरिश हो गए।
The Arvind Kejriwal government in Delhi announces more measures to curb pollution as the national capital chokes on smog. The AQI in several areas of the city and its suburbs remains in the hazardous range. The state government has banned the entry of app-based commercial cabs like Ola and Uber, which are not registered in Delhi.
ऐप बेस्ड जो रजिस्ट्रेशंस हैं उनमें जो बाहर के स्टेट से जो टैक्सियां आती हैं उनको बैन लगाया जाए। ट्रांसपोर्ट विभाग को ये निर्देश दिया गया है।
The Delhi government says the odd even scheme will be implemented after the Supreme Court reviews its effectiveness.
अभी हमने ये निर्णय लिया है कि हमारे पास दो बड़ी स्टडीज हुई हैं ऑड इवन पे। एक तो हार्वर्ड यूनिवर्सिटी और शिकागो विश्वविद्यालय ने ज्वाइंट स्टडी की थी ऑड इवन को लेकर के, और दूसरा जो है दिल्ली टेक्निकल यूनिवर्सिटी DTU ने स्टडी की थी।
You are watching India Today, powered by Finest, Be Sustainable Change, a BNP Group company.
Driving from Bhind back to Gwalior, where Jyotiraditya Scindia has done about 6 meetings and counting,
You're quite a stage performer, I must say. I saw your meeting. You're rousing the crowd. Is this the new Jyotiraditya Scindia, the rabble rouser?
No, it's not a question of rabble rouser, Rajdeep. It's I have an emotional bond with the people of this region. I have a bond that is based on trust, foremost, a bond that is based on development and progress, and I have a bond that is based on truth. And that's the truth that I'm bringing out, which is the reality today. What Madhya Pradesh was prior to 2003 and what Madhya Pradesh is today.
You know, the one thing that I sense is that this election is different from you, for you. It's an acid test, many believe. You have to prove yourself both to the BJP which you've joined and to your old friends in the Congress.
I don't have to. It's not a question of proving myself to anyone.
No, but you still have to prove yourself to your two parties, right? Yeah, go ahead.
I enjoy working in that manner. I enjoy working at the grassroots. That has always been me.
You know, the reason I said this is an acid test is because, let's be honest, 5 years ago you were in these very parts campaigning for the Congress, and then you bring down a government in 2020. So the Congress made the charge that Jyotiraditya Scindia is a Gaddar, he defected and broke our government. So you've got to prove it to them that you're not a Gaddar, and you've got to prove to the BJP that you are a mass leader.
That has already been proven. 2018, an area that has never delivered more than 17 or 18 seats for the Congress, delivered 26 seats for the Congress in the 2018 election. Then in 2022, you had a series of by-elections. 28 seats went in for by-elections. Of them, 27 were held by the Congress, which means basically 98% of the seats. Of the 28, the Congress could only hold on to 9. 19 went to the BJP. If the people had trust in the Congress, that scenario would not have happened in 2020.
Stall must stop in Bhopal. Kachori, nice.
The credit of transforming Madhya Pradesh goes only to Shivraj Singh Chauhan.
How the BJP is fighting in Madhya Pradesh. How many of you think India is going to win the World Cup here? Arre wah. We call this bhaji. Rajdeep the laddu maker. क्या-क्या करना पड़ता है लाइफ में.
शिवराज सिंह को विदाई के टाइम आ चुकी है.
My religion is not my politics. आपको लाडली बहना में पैसे आ रहे हैं कि नहीं?
आ रहे हैं ना.
कितने आ रहे हैं?
1250.
Nothing like dal fry on the highway.
You are watching India Today. Powered by Finest, Be Sustainable Change, a B&P Group company.
Co-powered by PolicyBazaar.com. हर फैमिली होगी इंश्योर्ड.
Good evening, you're watching To The Point. I'm Preeti Choudhry. The question that we ask our MP Mahua Moitra's days as Trinamool Congress MP numbered. Now, why do we say that? Well, in what seems to be a big development in the cash for query probe against her, the ethics panel has adopted the report which recommends her expulsion as the Member of Parliament. 6 ethics panel members voted in favour of Mahua's expulsion, 4 against. Amongst those who voted in favour of the ethics panel report is suspended Congress MP Praneeth Kaur. The ethics panel report will also be submitted to the Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla on Friday for further action. What it seems like that is going to be put up for a vote in the winter session of Parliament.
विनोद जी, आज विपक्षी दलों का ये आरोप है, जो सदस्य थे उनका ये कहना है कि आपने मीटिंग बुलाई, 2 मिनट में रिपोर्ट को अडॉप्ट किया, उनकी बात को नहीं सुना, वो कुछ कहना चाहते थे और जल्दबाजी में आपने रिपोर्ट को जो है वो अडॉप्ट कर दिया।
देखिए, दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण है, आज का एजेंडा केवल और केवल मात्र इतना था कि जो एथिक्स कमेटी के द्वारा विस्तृत रिपोर्ट तैयार की गई है उसको एडॉप्शन का था। उस पर एडॉप्शन में अगर किसी को आपत्ति तो अपना डिसीजन नोट दे सकता था। बाकी सदस्यों ने, कुछ लोगों ने एडॉप्शन अपना डिसीजन नोट दिया भी है और बाद में कमेटी ने इस पूरी रिपोर्ट को स्वीकार करते हुए बहुमत से हमारी लोकसभा स्पीकर को अपनी संस्तुति के साथ प्रेषित कर दिया।
सर, एक सवाल और है कि उन्होंने कहा कि हीरानंदानी, क्योंकि इस केस में पूरे मुख्य जो है आरोपी भी हैं और गवाह भी हैं, उनको भी बुलाया जाना चाहिए था, जो नहीं बुलाया गया। विपक्ष की ये मांग है कि उनके बिना ये पूरा मामला जो है रिपोर्ट बनाकर जो है वो पेश किया।
मैं इस पर केवल इतना कह सकता हूँ कि जब पूरी विस्तृत रिपोर्ट पार्लियामेंट में लेकर दी जाएगी, उसमें आप पढ़ेंगे तो आपको लगेगा कि एथिक्स कमेटी ने पूरी जिम्मेदारी के साथ पूरी जांच परख के बाद अपनी रिपोर्ट संस्तुति के साथ प्रेषित की है।
2 मापदंड है, एथिक्स कमेटी और प्रिविलेज कमेटी दोनों एक ही ब्रांच से डील होती है लोकसभा सेक्रेटेरिएट की, लेकिन एक जगह कुछ नहीं है जहां पर रमेश बिदूड़ी ने पूरी दुनिया में लोकतंत्र को शर्मसार किया और दूसरी तरफ जो है किसी इंडस्ट्रियल हाउस के ऊपर कोई मेंबर अगर लगातार सवाल पूछ रहा है तो उसको के लिए कितनी जल्दी सारी प्रक्रिया जो है वो पूरी करने में लगे हैं आप।
Actually, it is very unfortunate. The speaker, the chairman, without discussion, actually he promised us after the witness crossing examination, we are ready to discuss. But without discussion, the chairman presented a resolution and passed it without our discussion. That is the main point. And moreover, we want to examine the Darshan Hiranandani, but the chairman is not allowed.
All right, dramatic developments there. So now what would be the future course of action? In all probability, the expulsion of Mahua Moitra as an MP will be put up to a vote come the winter session, which begins on the 4th of December, right the next day after the results are declared for the 5 state assemblies. What will come of that? Till now, of course, Mahua Moitra has dug in her heels, but what went down where the voting, where the ethics committee is concerned, the person you see on your screens on the right-hand side, Praneeth Kaur, she's wife of Amrinder Singh, currently a suspended Congress leader, and she's the one who quered the pitch as an MP, because if she had voted against expelling Mahua Moitra, then the count would have been 5-5. But now the count stands at 6 against 4. That would mean that the recommendation is the expulsion of Mahua Moitra. It will be sent to the Speaker and then, in all probability, put to a vote. Joining me is my colleague Poulomi Saha, who's going to take us through on what next can we expect. Poulomi, the recommendation, which is expulsion for Mahua Moitra, sent to the Speaker, what now?
Well, this will be, of course, tabled by the Speaker in the House, in Parliament, in the Lok Sabha, as soon as the winter session for Parliament convenes, possibly on the first day of the winter session as well, which is expected to take place right after the results of the 5 states are declared. So any time after the 3rd of December, possibly the 4th or the 9th dates that are going, doing the rounds at the moment. The moment it is put forth in terms of being tabled by the Speaker in the House, the government will move for a motion for
for the recommendations made in that report to be adopted by the House, given the sheer majority numbers that the BJP and allies in fact enjoy in the Lok Sabha. It is likely that those recommendations and that report will be adopted by the House itself, which would then mean that Mahua Moitra will stand expelled from the Lok Sabha. But of course, that option to legally challenge the decision of the House, the expulsion in itself after it is done, remains an option for Mahua Moitra. So that is, of course, as far as the Parliament is concerned. Then, of course, trouble still, looming there for Mahua Moitra, especially because Nishikant Dubey claims that the Lokpal, in response to his complaint before the Lokpal, has already recommended a CBI probe.
All right. For now, Poulomi, Mahua Moitra has dug in her heels, but she's really clearly running out of options. There are none left because there's the CBI probe also looming large.
Absolutely. As far as the CBI probe is concerned, remember that the CBI already had a complaint in the first instance from Jai Anand Dehadrai, the lawyer complainant in this case. Even before Jai Anand Dehadrai approached Nishikant Dubey with what he claimed was evidence against Mahua Moitra, he had approached the CBI in the first instance. The CBI has not registered a PE or a preliminary inquiry in this case or even an FIR. We learned from our sources within the CBI that they were waiting to see what the ethics panel does in this case, because at the end of the day she is a parliamentarian. How does the parliament proceed in this case? Now, of course, with the Lokpal having recommended, as is being claimed by Nishikant Dubey, a CBI probe in this matter, the CBI is, what we're learning, studying documents and will possibly register a PE or an FIR against Mahua Moitra. So clearly then she will be investigated for charges of corruption in this case.
All right, Poulomi, appreciate you joining us. We're going to come right back to you for more updates there. But let's quickly cut across to our political panelists. Joining me this evening, Dr. Guru Prakash Paswan, National Spokesperson, Bharatiya Janata Party, Riju Datta, National Spokesperson, TMC. Mr. Datta, nice to see you there, because till now it seems the TMC had maintained quite a distance from your own MP, Mahua Moitra. Is the TMC standing besides her? What's the take now?
Clearly, Preeti, we never went away from her. The TMC was always with her and behind her, and TMC is still with her and behind her. We just refrained from commenting on the media because, it is against the allegations or against the rights and privileges of a parliamentarian. So we thought it should be probed by the appropriate authority of the parliament. But now we discover that there is an ethics-less, compromised, chauvinist committee that is hell-bound on, suspending or expelling an opposition member of parliament because she's one of the loudest voices in the parliament who constantly, day in, day out, expose the illegal nexus between Mr. Modi and Mr. Adani. So, but saying that Ms. Mahua Moitra is quite capable of fighting her own battles, I have only 3 pertinent questions. I am very happy personally to see the Ethics Committee and the Lokpal still alive and kicking in this country. But my question is, when you are so proactive against Ms. Mahua Moitra, why are you not proactive against Ramesh Biduri? Why are you not proactive against Nishikant Dubey himself, the complainant here, for allegations of fake degrees and certificates? Why are you not proactive against Shubhendu Adhikari in the Daroda Sharoda scam? Question number 2, the Ethics Committee clearly said today that we are recommending the Speaker for expulsion of Ms. Mahua Moitra, and we want an investigation by a national investigating agency, right? So before the investigation is over, before it has been proved whether there is a cash for query angle or not, because the Ethics Committee does not have any criminal jurisdiction, how can you just recommend for somebody's expulsion? And point number 3, the most important point, and I am not bringing the journalist into the dock, or I'm not complaining on the journalism part of it, but it is a clear violation of Rule 275 that before a draft has been adopted by the Ethics Committee, it is leaked to the public media. Can you imagine what a farce and nonsensical Ethics Committee proceeding this has been? And the last but not the least, Mr. Darshan Hiranandani, based on whom this Ethics Committee has done this entire natak and drama, on once he has not been called. So at this moment is just his word against her word. And you have already given your judgment.
Okay, Riju Datta, you've made your point. I want to cut across to the BJP spokesperson, Dr. Guru Prakash Paswan. Two questions. One, which was raised by Ms. Mahua Moitra herself, where she said that even before, it was tabled, the draft of the ethics committee was leaked to the media. And is this ethical? Now, away from that, the second question, which I would reckon many would also want to ask Dr. Guru Prakash Paswan. Yes, completely right, because if Mahua Moitra is guilty, she should be expelled. But then what comes of somebody who stood on the floor of the parliament denigrating and making highly communal slurs?
Preeti, the case of Mahua Moitra has to be one of the most saddest and disappointing moment in the history of Indian Parliament. This is a clear-cut case of conflict of interest. We very well remember that in 2005, 11 members of parliaments were suspended on the same ground. We all have that darkest memory of cash for query scam, and the amount was just 10,000 rupees. Number two, all the evidences here, Preeti, they strongly suggest and demonstrate that she breached the parliamentary ethics and rules. We have to understand that as a member of parliament, Mahua was part of critical standing committees on health and family welfare, personal data protection, communications and IT. Mr. Hiranandani, who in his sworn affidavit has said that she was working in pursuance of Mr. Hiranandani's corporate interest. Now, as a member of the Standing Committee of Personal Data Protection Bill, where Mr. Hiranandani's company is clearly making some recent investment on data centers, I mean, this is enough. This is sufficient evidence to suggest that Madam Mahua Moitra is pursuing corporate agenda. This exactly is a classical definition, a classical case, and a classical example of crony capitalism. Madam Mahua Moitra is the face of crony capitalism in India today. And second, and the most important thing, Preeti, that we must understand, that once you get the login credential of a member of parliament, it is not exclusively about posting questions. It also gives you access to some critical confidential documents, draft notes, draft bills, and so on and so forth. So here it's a question mark on the integrity, on the sanctity of the Indian parliament as well. So when I say that this has to be one of the most disappointing hours of the Indian parliament, we have to understand that as an MP, as an elected representative, you are supposed to raise the concerns, voice the questions of your electorate. Somewhere in West Bengal, a family is having some difficult policy implementation issue. You are there not to represent some corporate interest, but you are there to represent that family in Bengal, and you are not clearly doing your job. Article 105 of the Indian Constitution empowers the Indian Parliament to do this job. But Madam Mahua Moitra is clearly not doing this job. Second, and the most important point, Preeti, if you allow me some time, this exactly reflects the feudal mindset of the elite establishment today. Mr. Vinod Sonkar, who comes from a Dalit community, is the chairperson of the most relevant and the most significant ethics committee. And the sort of language, the sort of conduct by Madam Mahua Moitra, which was admitted by one of the ethics committee member, and in the proceedings also it came out that it reflects the feudal mindset that you cannot see, you cannot accept the fact that today a Dalit, a marginalized and erstwhile untouchable is a member of the ethics committee, is the chairperson of the ethics committee and is posing some questions to you. So Madam Mahua Moitra has a lot of questions to answer, a lot of introspection.
But
if she goes unpunished, Preeti, then it sets a very bad precedent for the Indian Parliament.
Okay, I'm going to cut across to the TMC spokesperson, but Dr. Paswan, coming back for, another quick question. If Mahua Moitra is guilty of capital cronism, then she should be expelled, and rightly so. On the other hand, you have somebody like Mr. Biduri, who lives in Plush Defence Colony in Delhi, and, is not marginalized in any way, who stood on the floor of the parliament and made the most communal slur. So somebody who's standing outside and looking at what's going on and said, yes, Mahua Moitra, what you did was unethical. How do you define somebody like a Mr. Biduri getting away with absolutely nothing but a rap on his knuckles, sir?
No, I don't agree with this, Preeti, and obviously there was some reprimand that happened with respect to Mr. Biduri's case, but you are comparing apples and oranges. The mandate of the ethics committee is different. You are just deflecting. This is the clear-cut tactics of diversion and deflection from the real topic. The real topic here is the confluence of interest. The real topic here is crony capitalism. What Mr. Bidhuri did or said was unprofessional, unparliamentary. That's a different case altogether. But the comparison of Mahua Moitra and Ramesh Bidhuri is clearly a diversionary technique. Mr. Bidhuri did not represent any corporate interest. There was no sworn affidavit against Mr. Bidhuri. But in this case, Mahua Moitra, as a member of the standing committee, was in a place of position to influence and further the interest of Hiranandani group. This is crony capitalism at its very best. This is the classical example of crony capitalism, and this comparison is clearly a diversionary tactic with which we do not agree.
Riju Datta, 30 seconds.
Which is unwarranted in this
All
case.
right, but not many would think it's unwarranted, Dr. Paswan, because it happened on the floor of the parliament. But having said that, Riju Datta, 20 seconds, please make your comments at the back of what Mr. Paswan answered.
Point by point answer. He spoke, my dear friend spoke about the saddest and the darkest moment of parliament. The saddest and the darkest moment of the parliament was not today, was when a molester, a declared molester by Delhi police, Bhushan Saran Singh, sits in those same walls. The saddest day was when a declared murderer,
10 seconds,
Mr. Terry, sits there. The face of crony capitalism is not Mahua Moitra, it's Mr. Narendra Modi. Let me make it very clear. And when you talk about Mr. Sonkar and Dalit, can a Dalit not be a criminal? Can a Dalit not be a compromise? Does a Dalit get the right to ask a woman, "Aap kiske saath the?"
Okay, Riju Datta, I've run out of time. I appreciate both you gentlemen for joining us, but I think I would reckon in days to come the conversation will only get more rife because well, it's going to be put in all probabilities to a vote whether Mahua Moitra will be expelled, and that would happen in the winter session of Parliament, which could happen as soon as the next day of results being declared in 5 states. A quick break, stay with us. News and updates continue on the other side.
You are watching India Today, powered by Finest, Be Sustainable Change, a BNP Group company.
बिहार विधानसभा में माननीय मुख्यमंत्री नीतीश कुमार जी ने जो स्टेटमेंट दिया है महिलाओं को लेके, वो स्टेटमेंट बहुत ही दुखदायक है और पब्लिक प्लेटफॉर्म में ऐसा चीज़ें बोलना बहुत ही पीड़ादायक है। लेकिन ये पहला मौका नहीं है। आज लगातार 1 साल का अंदर में नीतीश कुमार जी ने ऐसा स्टेटमेंट दे रहा है जिससे अगर आप देखते हैं उससे आपको लगेगा कि कहीं ना कहीं नीतीश कुमार जी ने अपना मानसिक संतुलन खो दिया है।
कि नीतीश कुमार इंडिया अलायंस के संस्कारों का परिचय देते हुए देश की महिला के बारे में जिस प्रकार से अभद्र बात बोल चुके हैं, उसका 24 घंटा बीत गया, अब तक न कांग्रेस पार्टी ने खंडन किया, न इंडिया अलायंस के किसी भी नेता ने खंडन किया। और महिला संबंधी ऐसी घटिया बातें जब इंडिया अलायंस के नेता करते हैं तो सांप सूंघ जाता है कुछ लोगों को।
Weather forecast now. Delhi, maximum 31 and minimum 26 degrees. Mumbai, maximum 30 and minimum 28 degrees. Kolkata, maximum 29 and minimum 23 degrees. Bangalore, maximum 26 and minimum 19 degrees. Chennai, maximum 30 and minimum 27 degrees. Hyderabad, maximum 29 and minimum 22 degrees.
You are watching India Today, powered by Finest, Be Sustainable Change, a BNP Group company.
How do you see all of this? Do you accept that the BJP now is slowly tightening the noose around the opposition? Whether it is Kejriwal in Delhi, whether it is Congress leaders in the states?
No, हमारे को तो पहले से ही वो विरोध करते हैं. He is opposing us since beginning. This is not a new thing. वो हमको भी इम्यून हो गया. वो करता है, हम उसको जवाब देते रहते हैं. लेकिन जो नए लोग उनके साथ हमसे कभी नहीं मिले, हमारे कोई प्रोग्राम में नहीं आए, हमारे यूनिटी में कभी बात नहीं करे, उन लोगों के लिए बोल रहा हूं मैं. हम तो हमारी तो बार बार वो हमारे साथ उनकी लड़ाई होती है. एंड यू सी वी हैव टू फाइट 4 कैंडिडेट्स, कांग्रेस का 1 कैंडिडेट और हमारे मोदी साहब के 4 कैंडिडेट.
Who are the 4?
हाँ,
Who are the 4?
एक तो मोदी खुद ही है, हमारे साथ लड़ते हैं, क्योंकि कहीं भी जाते, wherever he goes, look at me, मुझे देख के वोट दो, बोलते नहीं.
So that's one. Modi is one.
And their Shah,
Amit Shah is your second.
क्योंकि उसके पास ईडी है, ईडी इज हिज वेपन. सो नंबर 2 सीबीआई उनके पास ही है. देन इनकम टैक्स उनके पास. ये 3 तो हो गए उनके स्टार प्रचारक. ऑल 3 दे आर देयर स्टार कैंपेनर. देन उसको रिपीट करते हैं मोदी जी और शाह जी. तो इसीलिए इतने लोगों को हम फेस करना पड़ता है.
Make your media plan smarter with India Today Live TV on your connected devices. Amplify your brand with 100 million smart internet viewers. To advertise, mail us at sales@aajtak.com.
Raju Tea Stall must stop in Bhopal. Kachori, nice.
The credit of transforming Madhya Pradesh goes only to Shivraj Singh Chauhan.
How the BJP is fighting in Madhya Pradesh. How many of you think India is going to win the World Cup here? Arey wah. We call this bhaji. Rajdeep the laddu maker. क्या-क्या करना पड़ता है लाइफ में.
शिवराज सिंह को विदाई के टाइम आ चुकी है.
My religion is not my politics. आपको लाडली बहना में पैसे आ रहे हैं कि नहीं?
आ रहे हैं ना.
कितने आ रहे हैं?
1250.
Nothing like dal fry on the highway.
You are watching India Today, powered by Finest, Be Sustainable Change, a BNP Group company.
Presented by RP Sanjeev Goenka Group, Growing Legacies.
Co-presented by Century Laminates by Manish Malhotra, fashion for your furniture.
Co-presented by
Macho Hind, बड़े आराम से.
Co-powered by PolicyBazaar.com, हर family होगी insured. Co-powered by The Bold Look of Kohler.
Co-presented by
आपका जॉय भारत का जॉय, जॉय ई-बाइक.
Co-powered by
पारुल यूनिवर्सिटी वडोदरा गुजरात.